The life of Scottie Waves has been very, very intriguing in there, because intriguing can mean so many different things. So to sum it up all in one, intriguing. You can take it how you want it, you can dissect it how you want it, but when you open up my life or my book of my life and then you see it, then you're going to understand why I say intriguing. I embrace it. I embrace all the wounds. I embrace all this whole journey. I've been on both sides of the spectrum when someone been molested by a woman or someone been molested by a man. I went mute for 2 years. I didn't talk. So I was just writing. At the time, I didn't know it was poetry or stories. I just wrote. I used to love writing letters. That's why my hand signature is so good now. I love writing letters. I would write letters to just like women all the time just because I just like it. I like to play with cursive. I just like writing. It's the art of it and the process. So I was doing it, writing letters. Hence, I didn't know it was poetry still. I didn't start reading books until I was like 23. I think I feel the most vulnerable when if I'm trying to write and someone is standing near, like I need to be able to write when no one is watching or around. But if someone is in the area or the environment, then I'm like, they can see all of me, the parts of me that I can't see because in my mind I'm just typing. But they can actually see the words that I'm typing. And in the moment of typing, I look chaotic. But the flip side of it is the perception. I feel so beautiful, you know, because I'm like, it's pouring out of me. It's like something you can't get back. You know, it's like time. So the moment I'm typing, I feel the keys, I hear the sounds, and I know that my emotions, my thoughts are all coming out. Which is why I never remember whatever I write. I never do. I can even tell you one poem or one line in my book because I write it and I'm done with it. When you don't receive a lot of love, then you either ask for it, write about it, or you crave it, or you all three of it, you know. So definitely, that's why I write about it, you know. I feel like I know what love is, but at the end of the day, how far am I willing to go to achieve love? You can be in love, but at the same time, you can be destroyed by love. Like, people think love is just this beautiful thing, but it's not always the case. You either burn from it and you learn from it, but also you healed from it and you grow from it. It doesn't matter your skin color or your skin tone. It just needs to be, can we connect? I used to want fame, but then I wanted money. Then I had money. Then I realized I didn't want money. What's next? So the next best thing, I tried peace. I realized the only way you get peace is when you die. If that, I don't know because I've never been dead. So what's closer to peace? Having more solitude than being social. And then people will be like, well, how can you have a human connection if you're not social? Once I give my energy to that moment of people or wherever crowd I'm in or whatever person that I'm interacting with, then I go back home and recharge. Because I like people one-on-one. When it becomes a crowd, it's then when I'm like, okay, I'm not interested. I start to understand why a lot of past writers would go into this recluse mode, because society will make you just like, it would drain you. So I think I just need more solitude, because we work these 9-to-5s, or we have these we deal with these human connections on a daily basis. Sometimes we just need to like take a while to recharge. Some more solitude, like to be able to be, if we're talking about happiness, like I want a cottage somewhere in the UK with a small cottage with wooden floors and the same teapot or coffee pot. Just wake up in the morning, just be able to just take a long sigh, because they can't do that now because you have to wake up in the morning. Instead, you got to rush your coffee and then you got to get ready for work. So more solitude. So I grew my hair like 5 times. Like I would grow it, get locks, cut them, grow it, get locks, cut them, grow them, and cut it. So this last time I had them, I was like, I got tired of eating and my hair would get in the way, and I'm tender-headed, so I would never get them done or retwist it. And I got tired of just sleeping on it. It was just hot. So I cut them. I shaved my head. It was like right before the pandemic. I actually did it at home. So I cut it one by one with scissors, and then I shaved it. And I just felt like it was time. I missed my face. And then recently I just got this lightning bolt Z type of thing in the back of my head. And I think it looks good because when I do wear hats or something, you can still see it. So I don't know, it's like a charge. And I feel like I'm always trying to recharge in life. So I've always had my own style, It was just, okay, how can I develop more of it? How can I become more of it? So it went hand in hand with my everyday growth. I like seeing someone who has like a big forehead walking down the street, or whose nose is just like very, very acute, or whose back is a little hunchback Notre Dame. I love it. I love people who are different. Whereas in America, everyone's got plastic surgery, everyone's the same. It's like, oh my God, everyone's an Instagram model. People try so hard to be perfect. What happened to flaws? I feel like people who present themselves on social media, 70% of the time, those people aren't that's not the reality of those people. Whereas 30% of the time, you're gonna get those people who are, hey, this is exactly who this person is. That's me. I'm the 30% because I'm gonna be as vulnerable with you. I'm gonna be as honest, emotional. There will be no barricades. Which is why I created my first book as flawed as ever, on purpose. I misspelled things, I scratched things out, because I let people know, hey, you can be flawed and still create something beautiful. I'm not afraid to show the flaws of my mind. I'm not afraid to show, the truth and skeletons in the closet of my soul. It's not about the likes. It's not about how many people you got to follow you. It's about how genuine you are. I'd rather have one person who understands what I'm getting the message than 1,000 people who just therefore to put me on a pedestal. When I think of French culture, they care about what they eat. They care about looking good wherever they went. Even if they went to the grocery store. I have people to this day, why you get dressed up every day? It's so crazy in California. I'm like, wow, y'all too relaxed to me. Back home, they say the same thing. Americans they throw on some leggings or they throw on some sweats and call it a day. I'm just running errands. No. I gotta get dressed up because, for one, I'm a black man. No matter where I go, they're gonna look at me like, okay, is he gonna steal, rob, or murder me? Number two, if I do die, I need to die. Oh my God, he died, but he was fresh as hell. Number three, and the most important one is, you never know who you're gonna see. You never know. So I get dressed like, okay, boom, it's my last day on earth. For the next generation, I want to be able to let them know that you can have flaws. It's okay to be vulnerable. Plain and simple. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be genuine. It's okay to speak the truth. Because if you don't speak the truth, if you're not vulnerable, then it only comes back to hurt the individual who has to deal with it in the end. Don't lose sight of the passion, like why you started. Don't lose sight of why you started, Because if you lose sight of why you started, then you become just another mark. Don't be afraid to let it all out, because if it's genuine, people gonna gravitate towards it. I hope people see the way that they need to see. Not the way that I see, but I hope people see what they need to see, because if it gets too late and they can't see, then it's lights out. And once lights out, then it's closed eyes forever. Then it's too late. Be aware of who you are. In the midst of chaos, creativity comes, and you gotta find it. And I think that's what separates the legends from those who are just a moment. I don't want to be a moment. I want to be legendary. I want to be forever.